Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Smitty's YouTube channel. I've been doing a series on Google SketchUp for schools, and we've been designing our own chess set. This is the fifth video in this series. We have done the pawn, we have done the king, the rook, and the bishop. So in this video, we're going to take care of our fifth and possibly the most important piece, the queen, because we all know the queen is really in charge. All right, so we are going to move on and go ahead and start. So I have pulled up my Google SketchUp for Schools. So just a reminder, everyone, if you log into your directory, it's going to pull up all your files. You just got to start exactly from where you left off. So in this video series, I named the first one Pawn. So that's where I am going to start. All right, so once it gets loaded up, you'll see the four pieces we've already made. I'm actually going to move the bishop over, so if you just select it and grab the move tool, it'll allow you to move it along the red X axis. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be working on our fifth base. So to start with, as always, double click the base to start editing, and you'll get this black dotted box to let you know you are editing the model. As we've done with every piece, we're going to find a reference point or an inference point right here in the middle for the center. All right, so you can see mine keeps popping up. I just kind of need to zoom in to make sure that I can snap to it. There it is. All right, so when we think about the queen is going to be about the same size as the king. All right, so I just kind of used a reference here, a little taller, but that's okay. We're sculpting, we're modeling, nothing serious here, right? Not worried about dimensioning. We're just learning the tools and we're doing some design. All right, so as we've done with every other piece, I want you to create a reference plane. So you need to draw a rectangle that is the height of our line that we've just drawn. All right, so to do mine, I just drew it on the bottom, then I came up the side, and then I connected it at the top. All right, so at this point, we need to do, as we did with our other pieces, we need to do the design. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. All right, so just like our bishop, our queen is going to have that circle at the top. So I'm going to open up the rectangle tool on the side, grab the circle, come in, and I don't want it too big. I think that's a pretty good size. All right, so now we actually need to do the design for our queen. So before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and bisect the circle because y'all know we're going to have to delete this side off when we get to that stage. But I'm going to start working on the design for the queen. All right, so, I'm just kind of thinking we'll come down like so, and maybe come up, and then from like right here to here. And let's put a collar. We're going to do the collar a little different. We're going to come down some on this one. All right, so I think that's a good initial design for our queen. We're going to do some extra stuff at the end, but this is looking good. It looks very royal to me. All right, so at this point, I'm going to grab the arc tool. All right, again, I haven't used this shortcut much, but if you press A on the keyboard, it will give you the arc tool. So whatever is active in this nested toolbar area, if you press A, it'll bring up the arc. All right. So from this point, as we have been doing, I'm going to go ahead and draw an arc. Remember, you can use this bottom line here to judge your intensity, but I like the way that looks. All right, once you've got that finished, you're going to press E on the keyboard. E is my shortcut for the eraser. And now I'm going to delete all these extra pieces, all right, including that left side of the circle at the top. I need to delete all inner lines. I need to delete all outer lines so that I just have one singular, all right, one singular profile here. Just have one profile. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and revolve. We've done this. We're going to use the follow me tool to revolve around a geometry. So what I want to do first is I like to go into the push pull and select the follow me first. Then I select my select tool to select the geometry. If y'all remember from previous videos, if I double click this, it'll highlight the ring and the surface. If I hit Control Shift and click on the surface, it'll do a negative select. So it'll get rid of that and I just have the ring. Try to get in the habit of selecting the ring over the surface. It's just more accurate when you do the Follow Me tool. So now I'm going to grab the Follow Me, I'm going to click on this, and it'll follow around. Okay, awesome. So we have our queen here, and I have a warning. Not really sure. I'm going to Control Z and maybe do that again. Maybe the warning will go away. And we'll just see here. Alright, looks like I still got the warning. That's one thing I don't like about Google SketchUp for schools online. Sometimes you get these warnings and there's not a lot of explanation about them. So if you have the full version of Google SketchUp, you can investigate this more. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to, I'm going to quickly refresh my page to see if maybe this warning will go away. Make sure I click save first, and then I'm going to refresh. All right, so what we're going to do now is we need to take this one step further, right? Our queen looks good. Our queen looks good, but it's kind of plain. So I'm going to show you all a new trick that we've never seen before. If you double click on this and you go over here to the right side to this toolbar and you click on the glasses, all right, this is our display toolbar. We want to click on hidden geometry. So what that does is it adds these lines to our model to show us every geometry. All right, when we have this view, we're just seeing kind of a like generalization of all the solid areas that we have or all the solid surfaces. But if we add hidden geometry, it breaks it down into actual lines and segments and I guess smaller surfaces than just the general ones. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to shift click. And we're going to click every fourth one. All right, so if you see this little top part here is broken into a bunch of different sections now, or geometries. So I'm going to click the first one and then hold down shift and count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did not want the line. Make sure you click on the surface. Now I'm going to rotate, hold down shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, rotate. All right, and I'm going to bring this over. Hold down shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then click. Rotate. Hold down shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and click. And I think we got to do it one more time, don't we? Hold down shift. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and now we have every fourth surface selected. All right, so why this is a powerful tool is it allows us to, well, why hidden geometry is powerful is it allows us to manipulate our model just based off the geometry, like the individual geometries instead of the whole geometry. So what I'm going to do to kind of give my queen a little bit of extra flair is I'm going to grab the move tool, all right, and then I'm going to find this midpoint, and I'm just going to click and drag down, and now you will see that we have added kind of an extra quality to our queen. So again, you can drag out and down. All right, so whatever you do to one, it'll do to the rest. The thing you got to be careful of is if you see as I'm dragging, I'm starting to make some kind of incorrect geometries. All right, so you want to click and move it and just make sure you're not making any geometries that are not physically correct. All right, but don't do what I just did. I accidentally just undid my shift click there. So I'm going to have to rotate all the way back around and click every fourth one. All right, so again, if you click off Just be careful not to click off, because then you'll have to go reselect them all. I'm going to close this menu, grab my move tool, and I'm going to click and pull down. Alright, pull down, not really out. Alright, so that gives it a nice little quality that is different than our others. I'm going to open up the display tool, the glasses, and I'm going to go ahead and hide the geometries. And now I'm going to double click my, well, not double click, single click my queen, grab my move tool, and I'm going to move her over with the rest. And at this point, we have finished 5 of our chess pieces, and we just have 1 to go. And that'll be the knight. It's going to be our most challenging one yet. Well, guys, I appreciate you watching. As always, please, please, please subscribe, like, and share. And I will see you next time.